Hi guys, Barbara here from Barbara Makes Crafts, and I just want to welcome you back to my channel, and I am so excited that you're here. And tonight I want to show you how to make your own Christmas cards using the new Cricut foil transfer tool. And it just never ceases to amaze me, the things that this Cricut can do. So but here's the Christmas card. I hope you can see the pretty little foiling there at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The things you're going to need for this will be cardstock, whatever color you desire. I'm using red, and you will need some foil transfer sheets from Cricut. When you get your transfer tool kit, it does come with some foil sheets for you to use in the beginning, so you can do some projects without having to buy more foil. And it does come with a tape that is reusable, that you have to tape this on your mat with, otherwise it's gonna move around. And of course you're gonna need your Cricut foil transfer tool, and I'm going to use the bold, but it does come with 3 different fine, medium, and bold, 3 different tips that I keep in my little Cricut blade organizer. I love this thing, and guys, Cricut does not give me anything. I buy all these things on my own, and all opinions of Cricut are my own, and all my designs can be used with any cutting machine that has the same features that I'm using. My only affiliation with Cricut is that I do receive a small percentage if you buy something through one of my links. So I just have to get that out of the way. You of course are going to need your Cricut machine or another cutting machine. You'll need, I'm using the Maker, and you will need a standard grip mat. You're going to need a design, which I'm using a nativity scene and the words "Wise men still seek him." And you can find this design on my blog at barbramakescrafts.com in my resource library. If you don't have the password to that, never fear, just put your email address in and I will send it to you just right away as soon as you click submit. So you can have that, and also it is at the bottom of all the emails that I send out, so if you forget it, you just refer back to an email. Alright, so you will need a pen. The Cricut will tell you which pen. For this one, it's a 0.4 blade, 0.4 tip, I'm sorry. So you'll need that, and you will need your scoring tool, the single scoring tool, and it has this quick change housing. This one calls for the single scoring tool, but there is a double scoring tool. I bought the kit and it came with both, so you will need that. Okay, so we are going to get started, and yeah, this is a fun project, so I hope you enjoy it. So here we are in Design Space, and we are going to start a new project. So you can either click this little plus right here, or go up here to New Project and just click on it. And we are going to upload our design for this card. So we just go upload down here, upload image, and browse, and this will take us to our files, and I think it's this one right here. Alright, so we know that's the one that we want to use. Then we're going to upload another one and find that nativity scene. one. And so we are going to save it also. And now it shows up here in our recent downloads. Actually, let me do one more. So we're going to go back. And I'm not going to do that Wise Men Still Seek Him. I'm going to find another one. But we are going to click on the Nativity and down here and insert image. This image is really big, so I'm going to have to scale it down. Let's see, it is 141. No, let's see. And there's the very edge of it. I'm going to click it and drag it over here. And I'm going to size it down, way, way, way down. Let's see if we can make it 4.0 inches instead of 140 inches by 272. Okay. So now we have to scroll around and find it again. So I'm taking note at, let's see, try and push it up as much as I can. Let's bring it down to 65 inches. Let's see if that works better. Okay. Now I'm going to select it and push it up again. You know, this is really, really big. All right, let's see if we can take it down again to 40. Okay. Again, we're going to move it up if we can. So let's try 20. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Let's go ahead and try 12. All right, now I find my little double arrows here where I can size it down to the size that I'm looking for. And we're gonna make a 5 by 8 card. So, well, that's not right. We can't make 5 by 8. Let's see. We can make 8 by 5. All right, so we're gonna make an 8 by 5 card. We don't want this to extend. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is go down here and get a shape. Choose the square. And it's gonna show up just like that. Now, to make this square to be 8 by 5, just go here and unlock. If you do these double arrows, it's gonna stay a square. So if you go to unlock, and then up here where the size is, you want it to be 8 inches wide and 5 inches high. Let's make it 10 inches wide and 8 inches high. Okay, so that is going to be our card. Let's go ahead and go up here and click color and make it white. And then over here under arrange, you want to move it backwards so that you can see your nativity. Okay, so what we want to do is take the nativity down. I think that's good. You don't want it on the very bottom of the card. And select all and align center. We want to center horizontally. Okay. Alright, so we'll put it at the bottom of our card, and that's centered. So now we are going to do our Wise Men Still Seek Him. Okay. So we can't do that because this is too big. Need to keep it in the whole front of the card here needs to be 5 inches high. And we still want to have room for our Wise Men Still Seek Him saying. Okay, so we're going to go over here and select text, and we're going to write in Wise Men. And go up here, it's going to default to Cricut Sans, but you can change the font. And I like to use, I go to System Fonts because that has Cricut fonts and any fonts that I have installed on this computer. And I'll just play around with it till I find one I like. Okay, yeah, that is the one I like. So we're going to do Brush Script, which is a free one. We're going to move that up there, and then we're going to do text again. And this time we're going to still seek him. Okay. All right. So you see how these letters are spaced kind of really far apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to ungroup and see if we can kern these letters. And we're going to do that. Select a letter and move it closer in where you want it to be. You want your script fonts to be touching. And I'm going to have to move this square out of the way so that I can make sure these letters are lining up properly, and they're not. I like to move my letters down so that I'm on a grid line, and just move them one at a time. Not quite touching the L before it. Okay. Still. Then we're going to move this over kind of where we want it to be. Ungrouping just makes everything separate, each individual little piece. So when you ungroup letters, it separates them so you can move them around, and these two E's need to be touching. Okay, that looks good. And then move that over so that looks good. And then what I'm going to do is select those words again. And I'm going to group them and then go down here and weld them. Okay, so now I've got that. I need to work with the Wise Men a little bit, so I'm going to ungroup them. Bring this down so it's on a grid line. So now I'm going to take this group of letters here and I'm going to regroup them. I don't think I'm going to weld them again just yet. Okay, so we need to make sure, bring our square back in so we can size things. I made a slight adjustment there. Go ahead and lock that. Okay, so we know we need this, Wise Men Still Seek Him, and the Nativity to all be under the 5-inch mark on the card. So we're going to move that, and I think I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger. I need it scaled down a little to fit on the card. Alright, let's move our square back in and see how we're doing. So here's our 5-inch mark. Make that look bigger. Okay, so I like the way that looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align them, center them horizontally, so everything is centered on the card. And then we're going to come in, we're going to go back to shapes, and we're going to select the score line. Okay, so there is our score line. So I'm going to turn it so that it's horizontal, and then just move it and lengthen it until it's at the 5-inch mark. It goes across the whole card. And if you'll look up here at your line type, it says, if you click on the drop down menu, you've got your choices between cut, draw, score, engrave, deboss, wave, perforate, foil. So I'm going to select that one and put it on score. I'm going to select Wise Men Still Seek Him, and that is we're going to put draw on that one. And then on the Nativity, we are going to do the new Cricut foil, which I am so excited to tell you about. Okay, so we're going to choose foil, and I like the bold, especially for something like this. So you see how it changes that color, and we are going to once again make sure everything is lined up properly and scored. Okay, and then we're going to select all and attach. Okay, so you've got your Wise Men Still Seek Him that we're going to write. You've got your Nativity that's going to be put on with the foil, and you've got your score line to make it easier to fold your card in a straight line. So now we want to go up here and save, and I'm going to save that as a Christmas card. All right, so now it's time to go to our Cricut and get everything ready so that we can make it. Okay, so now we've got it designed, and we are here in Design Space, and we've got it pulled up here so we can be sure of what we're seeing. I'm using just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, putting it on my mat, just like so. And then I want to look at the design to see, that's not what I wanted. Make sure I had everything where I wanted it. So I'm going to click Make It, and it's going to show me an image here. And over here on the right, it's got the different ways that it's going to be doing. And the thing that we want to do is to be sure that we have the foil lined up where we need it. And it looks like the foil is going to go, I can't see it all on this computer, but if you'll see that star right there, that's the very top of the foil part. So, and that is at about 7 inches up from the bottom of the paper, so, or at the 7-inch mark from the bottom of the paper. So I'm going to take my foil and this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Take my foil. I think I'm going to use gold foil on this red. I think that'll be pretty. And the foil comes with strips of tape, and they are reusable, so that is good news. Okay, and I'm going to place the foil. The foil kit came with some sample foils, and it looks like they are just about the right size for what I'm needing it for. And it comes with these strips of tape as well that are reusable, so don't throw them away when you're done. Now the foil won't be reusable where it has foiled something. So, okay, and I've got my Cricut tools here, my scoring tool. Okay, and I think I've got the right one in there. It's just a quick change. But yes, I have the single one in there. And y'all, I just saw this recently on the Cricut website where it holds in your quick change top things, and then it has this place where you can just put your housings and all that. I really like it. It's pretty efficient, keeps everything in one place. Okay, so we are going to hit continue, and it's going to tell us what to do. Alright, right now it says it's connecting our maker, and it wants to know the type of material. So, I'm going to hit popular, and I'm going to put white cardstock. Alright, so it wants me to put in a 0.4 millimeter pen and the single scoring wheel. Alright, so here we are at the Cricut. I'm going to take out my fine point blade. I'm going to set it aside for right now. And it wants the scoring wheel and clamp B. And these go in a particular way, and that took me a minute to learn. So it has this plastic casing on it that turns around. You want to make sure where the gears are lines up with the gears on the Cricut, and then close it down, clamp it down. And I've got my 0.4 millimeter pin that I want to put in clamp A, and you just push it down till it snaps, and there you go. And put the lid on the top so you don't forget it. And it's ready for us to put the mat in. Now just be aware that you cannot use your phone or your iPad to print on foil because they don't support that particular piece of the Cricut. So it's making sure now that I have the right tool in the clamp. Okay, I did not have the correct one. So this will give me an opportunity to show you about the quick housing. Alright, so the quick housing, you just, same way as your needles, you just push the plunger and then put the right head on. And it'll go in just like that. And again, we want to line it up with those gears. And it should start its cut now. And it wants me to load the foil transfer tool. So I'm just going to take this scoring wheel out, and the foil transfer tool looks like this. And I chose bold because I like the way that looks. It comes with a fine and a medium as well. Let's see. Something isn't seated right in there. There it goes. And then you hit the C again. And it's going to start pulling that nativity scene. Alright, it's flashing. And it wants me to load my fine point blade. So that is what I'm going to do now. And then I'm actually going to remove this foil because it did get chewed up a little. I don't know if it'll interfere with the cut or not. And let it do its cutting. And I just think it's awesome that this thing can do 4 different modes of design or cutting or whatever that you want to call it. Alright, so here we are again, and what we're going to do is, you can see my paper is about to come off anyway, but you want to turn your mat over when you're working with paper and pull the mat away from the paper rather than the other way around, so that it doesn't curl your paper up when you're trying to get it off. And then you can see where it's scored. So I'm just going to fold it along that score line. In the olden days, we used boning tools to get our cards to fold right. And now we are using score lines, and I think that is just awesome. All right, you can get a nice straight fold right there, and voila, a nice little Christmas card. You can write, you know, put a little picture inside, write Merry Christmas, write Happy Holidays, whatever you like inside, from our house to yours, from our family to yours, whatever. And I just love this. I used to make my own Christmas cards, birthday cards, party invitations, whatever, with stamps. But now I am doing them with the Cricut. I love it. It's so much easier and it's a heck of a lot more fun. So there you are. Hey guys, Barbara again from BarbaraMakesCrafts.com, and I'm so excited because this week I got in some things that you are just gonna love. So I'm having a contest. When I reach 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I will be giving away 3 Cricut tools to 3 lucky subscribers. And I just want to show you what I'm giving because I think you'll be excited too. This is a premium fine point blade and housing. Guys, this is the one. This is the one you use almost every single time. So yeah, I'm giving that away to somebody. I'm giving away this awesome Cricut blade and housing organizer. Y'all, it keeps like, I forget how many housings, and then it has a place at the bottom for, like, I don't know if you can see that, but for your quick swap blades right there. Yeah, I love this. This is the greatest thing since zippers, in my opinion. And then I'm giving away a scoring stylus if you don't want to invest in the scoring tool for your in the quick swap blades. They are quite expensive. The scoring stylus will work, and I use this like when I'm making Christmas cards and things like that. So I think that you will enjoy that too. So please hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, just go ahead and like, and if you will ring that little bell, you won't miss out on a single video.